What is going on, everybody? What is going on? It has definitely been a minute. It has been a minute. I hope everybody is doing well in these crazy times. Man, this last time I talked to everyone, everything was okay. And now everything is upside down. It's crazy. But how is everyone doing tonight? Glad to see you all already here in the chat. I don't have everything set up as far as changing screens and showing like the video and all that special stuff, because this is kind of a last minute thing. I just decided, I needed to get back on my channel and do some things. My friend Roger keeps getting on to me. He's like, don't make me have to get on to you about getting on your channel and doing your thing. So yesterday he was like, so when you going on your channel? And I said, all right, I'm doing it tomorrow, bro. I'll do it tomorrow, bro. So my brother helped me out. So shout out to Roger. What's going on, Aramis? It's good to see you, my brother. What's up today, Forever? Happy to see you as well, Valerie. Good to see you. Good to see you. Mitchell Wesley, missed you also. What's up, Kawhi? Good to see you. Name withheld, always good to see you. Rudy Dog One, what's going on, man? What's going on? What's going on, Wendy Seeley? Good to see everybody in the chat, man. What's going on, Exclusive? Good to see you as well. Good to see you all here, man. It has been a while and a lot of stuff has been going on, man. A lot of stuff has been going on. So I don't think I'm gonna be on tonight. What's going on, Monica? Missed you as well. What's going on, Nikki T? Man, it's good to see you guys, man. It's been too long. It has been way too long. Let me take a sip of this. It's the only Corona I want right now. Get this Corona in me. Get this Rona in me real quick. But yeah, it's been Kawhi said this feels like a family reunion. It does, man. It's been too long. It's been too long. A lot of things have happened since the last time we all talked. But I want to talk about one thing in particular. What's up, Checkmate? What's up today, Forever? Today, Forever says, "How you doing, Fitz? What's real?" Well, I'm about to tell you. I'm about to tell you. Rudy Dog says, "I'm drinking Corona too." Hey, man. There you go. Bam. Ding. Coronas. So originally, my first show coming back to see you guys was going to be about a different topic. I was going to talk about a woman that I was seeing. I had a relationship with a really cool chick. It didn't work out, but cool chick, very, very cool, beautiful woman. And that was going to be my first video coming back. Well, since things have kind of gone differently, I wanted to talk about something else that was a pretty life-changing situation. It was story time. So it's story time. This is going to be a story one. But something happened while we were together that really gave me a different outlook on life altogether. It really changed the way that I looked at things, the way I looked at life in general, right? So let me tell you guys what happened. Y'all ready for a story? Y'all ready for a story? Give me a like if you guys are ready for story time. See if we can get as many likes as we have viewers in here. How we got? Can we get 5 more likes at least? Can we just get 5 likes real quick? They free. They are free. Likes are free as hell. So it's time for a story. What's up, Totally Faded? Missed you guys too. Missed you too, Totally Faded. All right, so let's get into this story, guys. So one day, Valerie said, ready for a story. Here we go. Now, everything that I'm about to tell you is legit. I'm not embellishing. I'm not lying. Everything I'm about to tell you, this actually happened. Okay. So, me and my girlfriend at the time, we were in the house. Of course, we were all quarantined. So we're not doing anything. So I said, hey, let's go outside. Let's go for a walk, right? So, we got ready. Threw some stuff on. She threw some stuff on. Her daughter threw some stuff on. And so we leave the complex. We're going up the street. We're walking. Having a good little time, just talking, just shooting the shit, nothing major. Now, ironically, my girlfriend at the time lived about 4 or 5 houses down from the parents of the woman I was dating before her. Very ironic. So we were going for a walk. We were walking up the street. We had walked past the house of the parents of the woman I had been seeing before her. And I looked at the house, and I think she asked me, she said, is that the house of your ex's parents? And I was like, yeah. So we walked a little bit past it. We kept walking. And then I woke up in the hospital. I just woke up. I'm in the hospital. I don't know what happened. I don't know how I got there. I don't know what happened. I just wake up and I'm in the hospital. I'm on a stretcher. And I look down. My hand is swollen. There's blood all over my arm. I have these cuts all over my whole arm. I can hardly breathe. My whole right side is hurting. My whole left leg is all hurting. My nose is hurting right up here, the bridge of my nose. I had a big knot in the top of my head right here. So, I'm like, what? I'm like, what the fuck? I'm waking up. I'm just looking around. I tried to move. I couldn't move. There was nobody in there with me. So I'm just looking around. I'm looking at myself. I'm like, damn, I'm fucked all the way up. I'm all the way fucked up, right? I didn't have my phone because I left my phone at home. But she was wearing some clothes that didn't have pockets, so she asked me to hold her phone. So I didn't have any way of calling anybody. I didn't know what was going on. So a nurse came in, and the nurse came in and said, it's all right, we're running some tests. We're gonna see what's going on. We're gonna see what's going on with you. Just relax. And I was like, what happened? What happened? And the nurse said, you were hit by a car. And I said, what? She said, yeah, you were hit by a car. Now, ironically, while we were walking, the last thing that I remember, I was walking, and this is one reason why I've always told men to do this. But we were walking. I was like here. If this is like the houses, and this is the side of the road, I was here. She was here, and her daughter was here. Now, as we were walking, I looked over and saw her on the outside of the street, and I grabbed her and I put her on the inside of the street. So I was on the outside of the street. Had I not done that, she probably would have gotten hit by the car. And it may not have turned out the same way, but that's why I've always told, dudes, if you're walking with your girl, you're supposed to put your girl on the inside of the street. You don't let your girl walk outside the street, because if some crazy motherfucker like this motherfucker that hit me comes by, he's gonna hit your girl. So I just moved her on the inside. So that's what happened, right? So I said, okay. So I'm laying there. I'm going in and out. So then a doctor finally comes in. Doctor's like, so, Mr. Fitzpatrick, I heard you got hit by a car. And I'm like, yeah, I guess that's what I'm hearing too. He said, well, overall, you were pretty lucky. He said, but you got some broken ribs. He said, you got some broken ribs all on your right side, and you have a pretty bad concussion, and you have compression fractures at the top of your spine and in your lower back. And I said, okay. I'm like, okay. So he said, so what we're going to do is they gave me a prescription for hydrocodone. I didn't take it. I never filled the prescription. I think I still have the prescription. I never filled it. I just don't like taking things like that. So I just dealt with the pain. But they gave me this brace that I was supposed to wear. I never wore it. So I was in the hospital. I think we had left to go walking around 7:30, and then I woke up in the hospital. It was around, I think, 11 o'clock, 11:30, somewhere in there. I think around 11 o'clock. And today Faber said, you're an old school gent. If a man ain't doing this, I don't want him. That's funny. I see a lot of dudes now when I'm out driving or something. I see a lot of dudes walking with their girls, and their girls are on the outside of the street and they're on the inside, and I always think they look so weird. So anyway, the doctor finally gave me everything I needed to go. Now I looked down. I thought I was going to be able to put my clothes back on, but the car knocked one of my shoes off. I only had one shoe. My jeans, the whole ass of my jeans was out. I'm like, how the hell did the ass of my jeans get tore off? It was like Peter Griffin when he fought the chicken. Both his ass cheeks is out in the jeans. I'm like, damn, how my ass and my jeans all fucked up? And then I got ready to put my shirt on, but then I saw that they had cut my shirt up because I had a big cut right here, like in the middle of my chest. It was a huge cut, so I guess they just cut my shirt off to get to me to see if what was going on. So I finally got ready to go, and I'm kind of limping my little sorry ass to wherever I'm supposed to go. So I went outside of the room I had been in for like 4 hours, and it was so pitiful because I'm sitting there for all these time, and I had to pee, and I had to find a nurse, and I couldn't even sit up. It was the pain was here and all around here, so I could hardly even sit up. So I had to ask somebody. I said, I need to use the bathroom. And she she said, "Can you walk?" And I was like, "I don't know." And she said, "Well, let me go find you a little bottle." So they brought me a little bottle, and I had to lay back and pee in a little bottle or whatever. But anyway, I finally got ready to go. I got up, I got dressed, and nobody helped me or nothing. I'm like, all right, that's cool, I got it. So they directed me to where I was supposed to go, which was like the front desk. Um, so I got to the front desk. They gave me everything I needed, and I called I called my girlfriend, and I told her, she said, "Well, what they say?" And I told her, I was like, "Well, I got broken ribs. I got this." And she was like, "Broken ribs?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "So are you coming up here?" So, unfortunately, they weren't letting people come into the hospital because of the COVID-19 situation. So she couldn't come in. She had to wait in the parking lot. And I think it just got so late. I think it got so late that her and her daughter ended up having to they just couldn't wait in the parking lot any longer. They went home, so they came back and they got me. And so I went I went in the house, and because we were living together, so I went in the house, went upstairs, and laid down, and I couldn't even sleep. Like, I couldn't even lay down because laying down hurt. Anything I did hurt. And it's so weird because you don't think about how much your midsection is attached to everything until your midsection is really hurt. And so, trying to lay down on my right side hurt. Trying to lay down on my left side hurt because it felt like everything on my right side was pushing down, and that hurt. Laying on my back hurt because of the compression factors on my back. Laying on my side hurt. On this side hurt because my leg was still kind of messed up. Putting my head on the pillow hurt because I had a big ass knot in the middle of my head, on the top of my head. I already got a big ass head, so I got a big ass head with a big ass knot on it. And so, then my hand was just swollen. Like, you can still see kind of like the marks that were there, but these marks were like way big, and they went all the way like down here. This was all messed up. It was all bad, dude. It was so bad. She was like, "They didn't even clean the blood off your arm," because when I came home, my arm was still bloody. So of course I didn't know what happened. I to this day, I have no memory of what happened. I have absolutely no memory. I don't remember anything. And I asked her, what happened? And she said, "Well, we were walking, and I had moved her over, and then we walked past my ex-girlfriend's parents' house, so we talked about that. And then she said that her daughter said, 'Keith, there's a car coming.' And she said that her daughter said you turned to look at the car, and by the time you turned to look at the car, it had already hit you." And my girlfriend at the time said all she saw, she just saw me flying by her. And so I guess I flew by her. Thank you, Red Boy. You always contribute to the channel. I really appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. She said that you just flew by. I just saw you fly by me, and then I landed like in some people's yard. And she said she went to see if I was alive, because I was unconscious. I was immediately unconscious. And so she said she had tried to flag some cars down to get help to stop, and nobody would stop, probably because COVID, and I'm black. So it's like 3 black people trying to wave down cars during COVID-19. That shit ain't gonna work. So she was like, nobody would stop. So she ended up calling the ambulance, and then she called my aunt and my uncle and told them what happened or whatever. But she said I woke up at a certain point, and I asked her what happened, and she said, "You got hit by a car." She said, And she told me, she said, you got hit by a car. And I said, no, I didn't. And then I would go back unconscious. And then she said I would wake up again, and I asked her what happened. And she would tell me, you got hit by a car. And I would say, for real? No, I didn't. And I would go back to sleep. She said it happened a few times. And then the ambulance got there. And she said the ambulance asked them who she was. And I told them her name. And then they asked me what her daughter's name was. And I told them that. And they asked me, my birth date and, all that stuff. So I answered all that, and then they put me on the stretcher. Now I have flashes where I can remember going in the ambulance, and then I have a flash where I can remember coming out of the ambulance. But that's all I remember. I have like two little flashes that I can remember. Other than that, I remember absolutely nothing. So the next day, I can get up. I just can't just sit there. It's like I gotta do something, because I just gotta do something. So, I went downstairs. I remember I was like trying to, help clean up. I was cleaning up and doing shit. And she was like, sit down somewhere. And I was like, no, I gotta do something. So it ended up getting, I'm right now, this happened about, I think, 4 weeks ago. So I'm just now getting to a point where I can go, I can move a lot more. I can go running again. I started back doing my workouts, like doing push-ups. I haven't really started using weights yet, because I don't want to push it. But I go to the park, and I can, run. I probably run about 40%. I'm getting better, because at first I could literally only just like old man run. So now I'm probably about 40 to 50% of what I normally do when I go running. And I'm up to like around 100 push-ups a day, and then past that, if I go past that, it really just starts to aggravate my ribs. So I don't go past 100 a day. So I'm getting there. Overall, I'll probably say I'm about 75%. But there was just this one day where I was laying in bed, and it just occurred to me that, dude, you could have died. You could have been killed. And had you been killed that day, what would that be like for the people that were still here? What would that be like? What would that look like for your daughter? What would that look like, even for, my girlfriend at the time? What would that have looked like for, her and her daughter too? Because, she was saying her daughter was in tears and crying, and it was a very eye-opening experience, and it really made me think that anything can happen at any time. We go outside and we don't think about all the things that could happen. And it really made me realize how easy your life can be taken away, because I literally was just trying to go and have fun with my girlfriend and her daughter, and woke up in the hospital. So I started to think, what's really important, and what do I really, really want out of life? What do I want to accomplish? What do I want to do? How am I going to get there? Because really, that could have been my last day on earth. That could have been it. It could have been all done that day. And So it really kind of started to make me get things in order. It started to make me think about what things were really important and what things were not important. And so, I have a business idea that I'm working on. It's a very good business idea. And so I really started working on that. Started communicating with, trying to make more time for the people that are important, especially my daughter. Today, Phil says, I bet you have mastered that side eye look while in motion. JJ Jr. said, y'all broke up during this accident period. We broke up about 2 weeks ago. Yeah. And really cool chick, really, really cool woman. We just had different ways of communicating with each other, and it didn't lend itself to us being able to understand each other. So it was something that I had to walk away from. And deep down, it wasn't something that I'm like, yeah, I'm glad we broke up and I left her. It's not something like that. Because deep down, I wish that wouldn't have had to have happened. But at the end of the day, I really just want a relationship where where disagreements don't have to mean that you're having an argument. And I want someone that trusts that I have their best interest at heart, So whatever happens with that, I hope her the best. I don't wish have any ill feelings toward her. There's probably things that we both need to work on. So yeah. Red Pill Addict says, what's your thoughts on MGTOW? MGTOW is a little weird to me. Because as a man that likes women, I don't know what other way you really can go. Because I know I want to have a relationship with a woman. I don't want to be by myself the rest of my life. I want to have a woman in my life that I love, and that we have a really happy, passionate, and understanding relationship. Valerie said, I'm sorry you guys couldn't work it out. I am too. But you never know. You never know what's going to happen one day to the next. Kawhi said, that's a very mature outlook on the breakup. Thank you. I'm trying. It wasn't, I'm not going to sit here and be like, yeah, I was just super cool with it. And it wasn't it wasn't a good day, but it happened, and it couldn't have happened any other way. But sometimes you have to stand up for yourself, and if you don't think you're being treated the way that you should be treated, the only way that you can let people know that is to excuse yourself from the situation. And that's what I felt like I had to do. So yeah. But she, she was a great person for the most part. But again, just having that happen, I was like, man, what the hell? What the hell was that? And how the hell could I have just gotten hit by a car literally 5 minutes from where I was living? I mean, literally 5 minutes. My life could have ended 5 minutes from where I laid my head. I was like, damn. So what am I gonna do in my life now? Because I feel like, and I know it sounds like, if it sounds cliche, but at the same time, I'm like, dude, you were kind of given a second chance, because that the car the car side view mirror was knocked off. My According to them, my shoe was knocked into the car and went away with the car. Like, that shoe was gone. I have no idea where it is. I mean, I was literally thinking, okay, dude, because when I woke up, it was so foggy when I woke up, and I'm looking around, and for a second I didn't really know. And I know this sounds cliche, but it's so legit. I didn't know if I was alive. I didn't know if I was dreaming. I didn't know what was going on. So after I had time to really sit back and think about it, I was like, man, you could have lost your life. You could have lost your life. So if you have this second chance, what are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? And it really kind of made me. Name with Hell said, no, they didn't stop. It was a hit and run. It was a hit and run. They did not stop. So so many people had the same name with Hell said no. So the dispute was like the color of the car, because her daughter was saying that it was like a silver or a white car. Um Um, yeah, it was a hit and run today. For us, said, change out that striped beard. Let's get on your road. Are those I've been through the war stripes? Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Name with Hell said that was a hit and run. Yeah, it was a hit and run. So according to my ex girl and her daughter, her daughter was trying to figure out what color it was. She was saying it was silver or white. They weren't really sure, but supposedly the side view mirror got knocked off. So the police supposedly have the side view mirror. I don't know if anybody, looked at either of them, actually looked at the side view mirror, so they know what color it actually was. So I don't really know. So yeah, it was a hit and run. It was a hit and run. But at the same time, Name with Hill said, I hope you made a police report. There is a police report. She showed me the police report, and I don't have a copy of it, but I can go and get it. But yeah, she did all that. She did all of that. She did a lot. She did a lot that day. She did a lot for me that day. So yeah, I can't say anything negative about that. Totally Face said, any security cameras in the area? Nope. No, it was on a residential street, so I don't think people had their little Ring doorbells or anything like that. So I don't know if there was any security footage, but she was saying that nobody was even coming outside until the police came and the ambulance came, and then she said people were coming outside then, but before then, nobody was even coming out to see what was going on. Name with Hell said, women and cars, it's like a black hole. They usually don't know much about cars, not even the color. Name with Hell. All right, bro. So yeah, we don't. I don't know who did it. I don't know who did it at all. There have been some. Some of my friends and family have made some they've they thought they know who it was, but no one really knows for sure. But the point was, it just kind of gave me a second outlook on everything. It actually, even though we didn't work out, it kind of made me really focused on trying to make sure that things with us worked out. I really want to make sure that things were going to go the way that we had planned. I mean, we were planning a lot. We were planning on being married and doing a lot. So it kind of gave me a lot of focus, because I before then I've always been really focused, but having this thing that felt like a whole second chance at life really gave me this focus that I didn't have before. Totally face says, was it your ex? I don't. I'm not gonna say that. No, I'm not gonna say that was what happened. Of course, because she was there, and had she been on the outside of the street, she would have got hit by the car. So no, I wouldn't say anything like that. I don't have anything derogatory to say about her. But yeah, it gave me a lot of focus, because like I said, we were planning on like really being together, like being married and starting this whole family and doing all this stuff. And I was like, okay, I got this second chance, man. I need to really get on my shit and make sure that the business I'm starting is doing well. I'm doing everything I need to get that off the ground. That I'm really being there for for her, and devoting a lot of energy to making sure the relationship works. And it just kind of gave me a whole second chance outlook on life, and it gave me a lot of focus to really get things done. Like with my business that I'm starting, I got so much stuff done, and I got so far. Today forever says, maybe a sensitive question. Where? Oh man, nowhere. They weren't nowhere. They were nowhere. Nowhere. They were nowheres. So yeah. But yeah, it really gave me this weird again, I know I've said it several times, but it's true. It gave me this really clear focus on how important life really is. And I know on this channel we talk a lot about how people make us feel, how people have done things to us in the past, and we are really affected by it, rightly so. We are very affected by the way people have treated us in our past. But after that happened, Name Withheld, thank you so much for your donation, Name Withheld. She says, not to change the subject, but do you think this pandemic has made current JW self-aware about how literally disfellowship is like self-isolation, and do you think it will help others detox from JW? Unfortunately, I think the pandemic is just something that's going to make them think that what they're doing is even more right. They're going to see it as some sign, and then the Watchtower is going to. And I think I've seen some things where the Watchtower has been talking about how it's the end of the end of the last of the last of the. You know how that dude talks all stupid like that. So it's just a way I think it's going to buckle them down and make them think that they're even more right, with what they're thinking and what they're doing. The thing with people like that, I think they have lost the ability to self-reflect outside of what someone else has told them. And I know I've talked about it before, but it's kind of like how they make people narcissistic, because narcissistic people don't have the ability to look at themselves and say, what am I doing? What is my role in the situation? They don't have the ability to do that. So I think this situation happening, yeah, it doesn't lend itself for people to be able to say, you know, let me look at how I'm living my life. I think it's gonna make people think, oh my God, it's the end, and I really need to buckle down and be hardcore with my religion stuff. Mrs. Bailey too said, "Hey Keith, I call him Googly Eyes. Sorry to everybody asking. My sister and I missed your show. I missed you guys too, man. I really have. It's just there's been so much, with so much going on, so much with my relationship. I was really trying to put a lot of attention into it, give it a lot of attention, and then this thing happened. So it was just a lot, man. It was a lot, man. I'm gonna get back on it and do a lot more stuff. And guys, if you haven't already subscribed to the my XJW Life channel, make sure you subscribe to that, because I do want to talk about XJW stuff, but I want to do that strictly on that channel. I really want this channel to be about more than XJW stuff. So that's why I made that channel. If you haven't subscribed to the My XJW Life channel, make sure that you do that so that we can have those discussions on that channel. But this show is just basically kind of like a catch-up show because I haven't talked to you guys in so long. Airman says, "What kind of business have you been working on, Keith?" It's I don't want to say, but it's a marketing company, and it's going very well. It's going very, very well. You will hear about it very, very soon. Trust. As soon as the COVID situation goes away and I can really get to work, you will definitely hear about it. Aramis, you're in Atlanta, right? Because if you're in Atlanta, I'm gonna come there for part of my business too. If I'm not mistaken, you're in Atlanta because I think your business is in Atlanta. I want to come and visit your store. Don't you have a store in Atlanta, right? So yeah, it's yeah, I don't think the pandemic is gonna make things better. Hold on one second, guys. So yeah, anyway, definitely, I got you, Aramis. I got you, brother. I think I'm gonna be once everything, because I'm using Nashville kind of as a beta test for the business, but I'm definitely coming to Atlanta. I want to expand into Atlanta, so I'm going to, once the COVID situation kind of goes away, I'll definitely be in the A to get that thing going. But anyway, yeah, man, it's just that whole thing really kind of made me say, okay, what's really important in life? What's really important? So I think the whole point of me having this show, besides just catching up with you guys and saying what's up, was just to say, if you have goals, really work toward those goals. If you I'll put the channel in the chat name with hell. Give me 1 second. I will definitely put it in there. If that's what you meant. Hold on. I'll put it in there. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'll put the channel in there. I've basically went through and changed all the JW videos on my channel. Have been switched over to that channel. So this channel can be more about, everything else. And also, guys, if you have any ideas about topics or things that you would like to talk about on this channel besides JW stuff, let me know, because I'm really looking to try to figure out exactly what I can talk about on this channel. There's a lot more things that I want to discuss. I don't want to just be another XJW channel, because I already have one. All right. And there is my XJW Life channel. Definitely, Aramis. I would not mind working with you at all, brother. That would be great. That'd be great. Today, Favor says, I am an essential worker and I am over this BS. So close to retirement and ready to level up with my business. Ms. Bailey 2 says, I want to have my own business too, because it's not good to rely on these big companies. I have a few ideas. Totally Faded says, what about the law of attraction? I think we talked about that on one show, the law of attraction. It's a very interesting topic. But anyway, as I was saying, if you have goals and you have something to do that you want to do it, because tomorrow isn't promised. If you have, someone that you are in love with and you guys are making plans, man, stick together, ask each other what each other needs, and communicate with each other the way each other needs to be communicated with, because you never know when that something could happen where you guys are not together anymore. It really made me want to no longer live life like I had all these days left, Yeah, Miss Bailey said, we were together all the time because she was working from home too, and it didn't really drive me crazy. I really enjoyed the time spending with her. Like, I really enjoyed it. I didn't have a big problem being, in the house. I knew I didn't want that damn COVID, so I was like, Miss Bailey too said, I did get married. Oh, okay, congrats. Kawhi says, I really love having my own business. It has given us such freedom. Good stuff. Killy says, wait, just logged on. You had the Rona? No, I ain't had no Rona. What you talking about? You late. You 45 minutes late. But I did have a Rona. But yeah, man, don't live life like you got a whole bunch of time. I think I even did a show about that, because the problem is we think we have time, and Name of Hell said he fought with the car and the car won. That's funny. But yeah, everybody give a big congrats to Miss Bailey too, who got married. Congratulations. Congrats. I want to be where you are. I really do. But yeah, man, again, it just made me really appreciate life and time. So I don't really want to waste it anymore. I get up every day. Every day I have a plan for what I'm going to do. I go out and do it. Even in this whole corona pandemic thing, I still get out and do the stuff that I need to do, so that I can get closer to what I'm trying to do. Airman says, glad I caught your stream, bro. I've been working hard, but after hearing this, it only makes me want to work even harder. Me too, bro. Me too. And congrats to you too, Airman. Keep doing your thing, brother. Miss Bailey too says, my husband is Mexican and he's living there now. I just went to see him and I totally understand what you are saying. That was the best time I had in a long while. Love in the time of quarantine. Yeah, man. I didn't have a problem being, with my girl in the quarantine all the time. Yeah. Totally Face says, congratulations, Mrs. Bailey. All right, Miss Bailey. Valerie says, Miss Bailey, I wish you and your husband all the love, good health, and prosperity. Me too. What a great thing to tell somebody. Congrats to you, Miss Bailey. But anyway, guys, I'm not going to be on here all night. If you have dreams, you have goals, you have love, you have aspirations, get your asses out there and get that shit done. If you have aspirations, if you have love, man, talk to each other calmly. Try to listen to each other, because you never know, something could happen and then you will never hear that person's voice again. And then how would that feel? Right? Or you have family and you guys aren't talking, as we all know, as Jehovah's Witnesses, that shit happens. But if you have people you can talk to, as long as you can talk to them and listen to them, man, do that. Don't let trivialities keep you from accomplishing things with people that you love, because you or them could be gone. You know what I mean? You or them could be gone at any time. So please take that shit seriously, man. Take that shit seriously. Miss Bailey too says, you will find the right one. I wish you all the best. Thank you, Miss Bailey too. And congratulations to you. Airman says, major part of my success came from you, bro. Whether you believe it or not, your streams and channel has brought me a long way. I was homeless last year watching you, and you motivated me. Thank you, Aramis, man. I really appreciate that, man. You just sometimes you just never know how you can help somebody. So I really appreciate that, man. I really do. That homelessness was it was a huge part of my life and me getting better too. So if you can get through that, then you can get wherever you need to be, bro. Wherever you want to go, if you can get through being, I legit believe you can get through being homeless like that, like we were, you can do whatever the hell you want, bro. So I'm glad that I was able to help in any way that I could. So yeah, man, I will definitely try to get back on schedule and be on this thing on a regular basis, because y'all know how I do. But I just wanted to share, a little bit of what had happened or what has been happening since, that. And then, we had that big storm here. And, even where me and my girl were staying, like everything around us was destroyed. We were so lucky at that time, because it was so much damage all around us. But Miss Bailey too said, your show helped me get through some rough times. I need the laughter and encouragement. Oh man, thank you, Miss Bailey too. That really makes me feel good. Thank you so much. I'm glad I could help. I really am. So yeah, there's just been a lot going on. 2020 has been a pretty strange year. It's been a pretty messed up year. So, who knows what's going to happen from one day to the next. Who knows what's going to happen in the future. But I am glad to have been here talking with all of you all. Thank you for all the encouragement about everything. And thank you for just, coming back and seeing me after all this time, still being willing to listen to my ass talking. And yeah, I think that's it, man. So I will try to figure out what we're going to talk about tomorrow. I really need to sit down and figure it out, because I'm not really sure, but we'll figure something out. And yeah, guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks for all your support and all of that. And I'll see you tomorrow. Love you guys. Thank you so much.